I'm RexParadox, the Undisputed Master of Darkness, and in today's video, we have to correct some math. So, there's this video going around. Everybody has this question, does size matter, blah, blah, blah. Let me play the footage, and then we're gonna break this down. There's flaws to the math being presented here, and it needs to be addressed. That's all I'm saying. So, here we go.
We always get the question, does size matter? But I think the question we should be asking is, how wet is she?
Alright, so part of that right there, that's a you could call it an external factor, because there's this thing called lube, and they'll use lube, you know, wetness. You can use external things to artificially create that. But, you know, let's continue anyway.
So here today, we're gonna solve for X, which is WAP. Stands for
wireless access points. Some of y'all say wet ass pussy is wireless access points, nigga. WAP. Wireless access points.
Wet ass pussy. The formula for WAP is size times motion times average time per fuck. Now, in order to solve for WAP, my dick is 4 inches. So 4 inches times 3 pumps per second.
This is the
times,
this is the part where the math, it's going to vary. Everybody's what you're bringing to the goddamn whatever type of shoes you're wearing to the dance. Maybe everybody's wearing different shoes and different suits, and you know, it is what it is on that one.
For 10 minutes, go for 10 minutes. That's 4 times 180 pumps per minute for 10 minutes. I'm giving her 7,200 inches of dick. Now, if we compare that with an 8-inch dick, let's say there's an 8-inch dick, and we all know big dicks are lazy.
Now, here's the problem with the math right here. He's talking about stuff like laziness and this and that. Alright, guys. I don't know what he was thinking when he wrote the equations and tried to find a solution for this. But 8 inches is twice as much as 4 inches. And, you know, if you're the dude or whoever and you're bringing like 8 versus 4, there's this thing called effort. And it takes twice as much blood to reach 8 inches versus 4 inches. So he's not accounting for that right there. He's talking about lazy, but you have to put in twice as much effort to get to 8 versus 4, because it's about how much blood's going to your shit. And that's just real basic math. You know, 8 is twice as much as 4. So I'm already, you know, if you have 8, you're bringing that to that's what you're bringing to the table. That's part of the discussion. It's already twice as much. It's twice as much effort. When you talk about lazy, what? Huh? Like, how many points did you put up on the board? That's what that's about. You're like, you know, are you doing 10-pound dumbbells? Are you doing 4-pound dumbbells or 8-pound dumbbells? Because, you know, just basic math. 8 is twice as much as 4, but let's continue.
So 8 inches times 1 pump per second for 10 minutes. 8 times 60 pumps per minute for 10 minutes. That's 4,800 inches a dick.
So, you know, when you get to this point, it's like, well, 8 is already putting in twice as much as 4. So you have to assume, like, whatever you're doing, automatically bringing 8 to the table is already twice as much as what to do with 4. It's basic. It's not some crazy thing to think about anything. It's a really basic concept right here, because you already showed up doing twice as much. It's like you ever carried the groceries to the car? Are you gonna take all the groceries in one trip, or are you gonna, keep going back? I mean, like, I'll be out there and the motherfucking the bags, the plastic bags or whatever the fuck, they're digging into my motherfucking fingers and shit. Gotta get everything in one trip. Fuck going back outside for this shit. But some people, they want to go back outside and get the motherfucking groceries. Everybody has a different lane, but you can't get around. It takes more blood at 8, twice as much than 4. I mean, come on now. You crazy. You're crazy, man.
If my math is right, I'm giving her 2,400 inches of more dick in 10 minutes. Now, why am I smaller, but giving her this much more dick? And that is gonna give her a bigger one. Thank you.
I mean, like, the math that he's talking about is how many repetitions are you doing? How many sets? We could talk about like this, like you're working out. You're like, all right, so this is somebody. They have 4. They have, let's say, they have 2-pound dumbbells, and somebody has 2 4-pound dumbbells, and they do the same amount of repetitions. They do the same amount. Let's say they both do 100. Who did more? Who lifted more? Well, there's this thing. He's like, the person with 8 is lazy. Like, hey man, the numbers keep going. It's more than 8, and this, I mean, like, okay, so he's like, he has a 4-inch. There could be some dude with a 2-inch who's like, he's doing more than the goddamn guy with the 4-inch. You guys talk about what? Huh? Come on now. I mean, this math is just, it's all flawed, man. It's all flawed. It's flawed. It's about the blood required. That is the factor that's not being talked about here. It's as simple as it takes twice as much blood, you fool. How you just, like, everybody, it's based on blood, stupid. It's based on blood. I don't know, maybe your heart's not into it. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. Beats me. When you're talking about 8, I'm like, what are we talking, like soft? What's the deal? What? Like, huh? Is this we talking about going in soft? Okay, I mean, like, everybody's, again, they're bringing something different, but I mean, it's as simple as it's a blood thing. It takes twice as much blood to get to 8 versus 4. And then, there's the guy who's going to have the 2-inch, and he's like, well, he's doing twice as much as the dude with the 4. Right? Because the guy with the 4 is going to say he's doing way more than the guy with the 8. But, I mean, from the perspective of whoever has the equipment, it's about blood. This is why people take stuff like Viagra and, I mean, come on now. Blood. They need that blood flowing, man. Blood. But they'll link like the blood flow to your level of arousal. How aroused or this or that. Are you ready? You want to swing it like every fastball, or are you ready for a curveball? These are the things, man. And then they're like, I mean, there are a lot of external factors that you can consider here. I'm not going to use math terms. I just use basic, everyday external factors. It takes more blood to get to 8 than 4. Twice as much. Twice as much. Me. This is it. The math. Need to re-examine the whole, like, the 8-inch guy. He's gonna be lazy. Like, man, I mean, lazy? Like what? Soft? Come on, guys. What's the deal? What's the deal out here? I'm not talking about me personally. Like, soft 8? Yeah, that's kind of small for me. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me personally, like to have a soft 8, man. Oof. I don't know. It's got to be like negative 10 degrees or something outside, maybe. It have to be like a fucking chainsaw or some shit. I'd have to be like, you ever gone to IKEA or like a furniture store? I have to be in a furniture store and it's just chainsaws. There's nothing to sit on but chainsaws for some shit like that. That's just, I mean, come on, guys. Everybody's different. You can't say the guy who's trying to bring this goddamn 8 inches and, trying to get his ship wet, trying to set sail with his 8-inch boat. Can't say he's lazy. He had to put in twice as much effort just to get there versus the 4-inch guy. What? Come on. What? Lazy. Ooh, that's a dishonest, super dishonest word to use. Hey, look, man. It's as simple as it takes blood flow. You have to have the heart to do it, to get to that 8. I mean, on paper, like a 4-inch with more blood flow or something to it. If you put your heart into it, you might die. Everybody can't handle it, like, I don't know. Maybe some of your hearts can't handle that shit, and that's what it is. Because it's about blood. Where's that blood going? Some other part of your body is losing that blood. Some people would say it's their brain. Some people get cold feet. Not that that's helping you, or their hands would be. There's a trade-off. Basically, that's what I'm getting at, and look at that math, man. Look at the math. The math just it don't add up proper. Right here.
Let's say there's an 8-inch dick, and we all know big dicks are lazy.
Like what? Twice as much effort, nigga. What are you talking about? Again, you can compare this to weights easily. Dumbbells. 2 2-pounders versus 2 4-pounders. Who's trying harder? Honestly. Like, yeah, you work with what you got. But, I mean, to say you showing up using more blood and you gonna say that they're lazy? Like, oh, man. Oof. That's like slander, man. That's defamation of character right there. You could get sued over stuff like that, guys. I'm just saying, like, hey. It's not my fault, Blood. Put your heart into it. I guess that's the idea. You gotta put your heart into it. Motherfuckers, like, you gotta speak from the heart. Well, when you out there, you gotta from the heart. That's the idea. Anyway, you have a nice day. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Farewell. Do you have the heart? Alright, you ever seen Captain Planet? There's a character in there. His power is heart. You ever seen Kingdom Hearts? It's about your goddamn heart. Motherfucking blood flow. You never play Kingdom Hearts, nigga? What? How would you, like, you guys didn't, I don't know. I'm not gonna say every motherfucking person who played Kingdom Hearts is like, slinging 8 inches or whatever the fuck. But I mean, if you played the game, you understand the idea of how important your heart is, right? Come on, what? Maybe you need to change your diet. Eat more blood flow producing. Anyway, I'm out. See you. Bye bye.